Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, and if you're new, I'll love if you subscribe to my channel. My name is Freda and this is my channel, obviously. I also do make candles. I make soy and coconut candles, and I have a website called bellcandlescents.co, and I'll leave a link in the description and also a coupon code. If you do want to support me, be sure to get a candle on my website and also a wax melt. I have been trying for the longest time to perfect my makeup skills, and I feel like this will be an avenue for me to practice because if I keep telling myself I'm going to practice, I might not. So I am starting a series where I talk about general issues, just general problems, not really like the deep political stuff. I am not political. It's gonna be on life in general, relationship, lifestyle, money, and just day-to-day life normal stuff. So if you have any topic you'd love for me to talk about, leave it in the comment. And also, I love tea, so I'm gonna be sipping on my tea. So you grab your tea because this video is probably gonna be a long video because it's a talking video. So grab your tea and let's do this. And I think during this time, if I'm trying a new tea, I will tell you guys how I feel about it, because one thing you guys don't know about me is I am a tea junkie. Like, I love tea. What I have here is green tea and also cinnamon stick tea. So this is just how it looks. It comes in individual pockets. So yeah, that's how it looks. So let's jump into the video. That's a pretty long intro, so let's jump into the video and just get it started. So I'm going to moisturize my face. I have been having super dry face lately. That's not a moisturizer I use for my face, that's what I use for my body, but that's what I have at hand, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use that. I did work on my eyebrows, something I'm also trying to perfect, but yeah, we'll get there. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face with the e.l.f. makeup mist and set. My skin is getting super dry, so I'm trying to like just give back the moisture into my skin. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my primer and just prime. I don't know if I said this earlier on, but these are just my opinions. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. You can disagree with me or agree with me, but if you disagree with me, let's just keep the comments very respectful. Everybody have opinion and we are all allowed to share it. So I would love to know if you disagree with me, of course, in the comments, but just keep it respectful. So I'm gonna be going ahead and use this two foundation. This is actually a concealer, but I'm gonna be using the Fenty foundation just because anytime I come back from Ghana, I am like 2 or 3 times darker. So my foundations tend to be way lighter. If you watch my previous videos that I talk about me coming back from Ghana, you could tell the makeup I did, the foundation was a bit lighter. That's just something that happened when I come back from Ghana, so it's really not a new thing to me. So yeah, today we are going to be talking about mental health, especially in Africa, because I feel like we are very back, we are very like behind when it comes to mental health. It's something we don't talk about a lot, and it's something that we downplay a lot. The awareness of mental health in Africa is very little, and I think more needs to be done to create the awareness. And I also feel it is mostly because of our upbringing, the way we are brought up, and our mindset. We are sort of made to believe that, not believe, but sort of made to feel like we have control over everything. And also we are brought up with that perception that, I have a mirror in front of me, so if I'm looking down it's because I'm looking in my mirror. We're brought up with a perception that we got it, like we can handle everything, we are strong enough to handle everything. I believe, I remember growing up in my village. I was born in the village. One day I will tell you guys a story of my life sort of. It's not really that interesting, but maybe it might be interesting to someone. But I will share the story of my life basically. But I was born and raised in a village. If you don't know what a village is, it's like a small town, a really really small town that basically everybody knows everybody. So yeah, I was brought up in a village and I went to school in a village. I mostly grew up in a village, so most of my life was spent in the village. So growing up, I remember going to school and getting really bullied. I was really really bullied, extremely bullied. But it was more so, it looked more like it was a normal thing, like kids bully you and then everybody thinks it's normal, and people that are supposed to like come to your rescue even think it's normal. And this is some of the things that kids are going through currently in Africa. They are still going through it, and then you go report to a teacher or somebody and then you just overlook it because it's a regular normal thing. And I was watching a movie one of these days, I don't remember when, but I was watching a movie and then it was a Nigerian movie, and then the son was telling the father that he was depressed. Well, the son was telling the father that what the father is going through looks like a depression because the wife died, and then he lost his job, and so he has been really down. Everything is like crashing in his life. So the son was worried about the father and was like, I think you're depressed, you need to really get help. And the father just said that, oh son, I'm really not depressed, like depression is a white man's sickness. And I was like, oh my God. So that is the problem with mental health in Africa. We view certain things as a Western thing and not really like something that is that important to us, and people will just downplay it. Like I say, a lot of kids grow up in broken homes and single homes and abused homes, and they don't have anybody to talk to. And then if they talk to somebody too, it's like you're being viewed as, okay, what's wrong with you, like this is normal, like you're going through a hard time, deal with it. That's really the reaction that you get. But mental health is beyond just dealing with it. Like you go through a lot, your mental space go through a lot. And I think another problem is we confuse mental health with mental illness. Mental illness is mostly diagnosed. It can start as a mental health issue and then progress to mental illness. And mostly mental illness is a severe form of mental health. Some mental health conditions too can be diagnosed, but not all of them is like you take to a hospital and then the doctor say you have mental health before you know the person's having mental health. That's one thing that I actually always like have a conversation with my dad about, like how I'm feeling mentally, because there's a lot I do want to do in this life, and sometimes I feel like I'm stuck at one stage because things are not moving the way I want them to move. But with my father, he sometimes think that maybe you're not putting in too much work, or maybe like this thing crashed, so maybe you're doing this thing and then the thing failed. You just have to pick yourself back and continue. I'm like, it doesn't work like that. Sometimes you just don't want to continue, or you just need a break before you continue. I feel it is something we need to look out for, and something that we really really need to watch out for. So let's talk about the school system. Mostly these mental health issues are mostly in the school system, where kids are just allowed to do their things, and there is a system, especially the secondary school system, where there's a lot of bullying and a lot of like control given to senior mates, and they can do anything and everything they want to their fellow students. So it's just like the teachers who are supposed to be the head, or the school authorities who are supposed to be the head, they give so much power to these senior mates and allow them to do anything and everything, and sometimes these powers are abused. We are human beings. If you give power to human beings, to some extent they get to abuse the power. So if there is no if there's no mechanism set up to watch and control, or like watch and limit the power or control the power, so like when it is getting too much it can stop, things just keep happening and then everybody just keep messing up. So if you're not African, if you are African, you know this, because if you go to SS in Africa, which I did, you know the seniors can beat you, they can punish you, they can do whatever the hell they want with you, and these are things that are not right. And I feel like these things need to be, it looks normal and we have accepted it in a way to be part of normal, but it's not, because we have accepted it. Even if it's not, even if somebody's against it, we think it's the person, the problem is the person, but these are not just normal behavior. These are just not normal things that need to be done. And I feel like, personally, I feel like those sort of educational system that so much power is given to people in leadership and also people that are seniors need to be taken away. And talking of school too, there is times that students are not individualized in a way that, because our economy is not equipped enough to sometimes have limited number of students in a class that teachers can really pay attention to, and also because the system does not really prioritize mental health, I feel like teachers do not pay attention to the needs of students in class. So some students that are struggling in class and are not doing well are being punished because they are struggling in class, and then these students tend to be in their shelf and don't want to maybe answer questions in class, because when they say something wrong they are going to be bullied or punished or laughed at, or they just want to find means to, you know, get to the level of their friends. These are things that can get someone to a very bad mental state, and they end up feeling like they are not enough, they are not good enough, or like they are doing something really bad and they feel like they are the odd one out. So I just feel like we need to make more awareness to mental health, and certain things, certain structures that we have in Africa needs to be changed. I keep using Africa loosely, but I have lived in one African country, and that is Ghana, so I'm talking more on the perspective of a Ghanaian. But I do to some extent feel like this is how most things are done in most African countries. So if you are from another African country, do not come and kill me because I'm using Africa loosely. I feel like structures need to be put in place to reform some of these rules and change them, and fix how certain things are done. Like, put things in place that students can go talk to people about how they feel, how they truly feel. Okay, that brings me back to the next area where we find mental health issues is home, the house. As shocking as it might be, I feel like I am not drinking my tea. As shocking as it might be, I feel like another place that mental health issues is a lot is the home. Because most parents in Africa are not very affectionate, and I am using that word for lack of words, but they are not very, like, they don't understand the emotional state of their kids. And it's just like, okay, it's just we provide the physical needs, the spiritual needs, the, you know, food needs, or the basic needs that a person needs. But when it comes to pouring emotions into your kids, I think they lack, a lot of them lack in that area. It's hard for most to hear from most African parents that they can call their child, but hey, I love you. Sometimes you even say I love you to your parents, and then they look at you like a weird kid, you know. You just came back from school, so you think you can just be doing that, I love you, I love you, I love you. So yeah, some of them genuinely feel like you just spoken a foreign language they haven't heard before. And then most kids struggle at home. They go through abuses and they can't even tell their parents. Like, Africa, we have a very tight family bond, and everybody can join that family at any point in time, whether you are related by blood or by nothing. Anybody can just join. Your father's friend can become your uncle, your mother's friend can become your uncle, your father's girlfriend can become your auntie, your mother's boyfriend can become your uncle. So things get confused so easily. Like the family dynamic get confused, and then these people come into their family, even people that are related by blood, and then they abuse kids, and then the kids are so scared to talk because the system have made it so hard for people to talk about these things. And the kids feel like, okay, if I say, nobody's gonna believe me, or somebody's gonna just think I'm a bad child, so they end up not saying anything and just keep quiet. And these things go on a lot. Like, it go on more than you can think is actually happening. Like, these are real issues that are going on, and kids just shut down when not say anything because there's no one to hear them. And also parents giving their responsibility to kids, like the elderly child become almost like the parents in their house. They assume that responsibility naturally without complaining. It's like a system that is set, so you feel like you are supposed to do it. You're supposed to take care of your younger ones, and it's something that is done subconsciously. They don't really think it is a problem. So I'm not here trying to like blame them and be like, oh, okay, your mother did this so they are bad or something like that. No, something that happened almost subconsciously, and we have done it so much that it has become normal. So if somebody comes to you and tell you, oh, your child taking care of the younger ones, and then having to feed them, bath them, clothe them, and then after that go to school to study, and then come back, go to the market and sell stuff, that is a lot for the child. The child might be going through a lot of mental issues, but they feel like, okay, we did it, so you have to do it too. So it's more like, okay, this is what we are used to. Why are you telling us this is bad? Because this is what they have done their whole life, and they were okay with it. So they feel like the next generation should be okay with it. So it's hard to come into this sort of dynamic and try to perpetrate the mental health campaign and try to make people to accept it or take it in and actually start thinking, maybe my child is behaving this way, maybe the child needs to talk to somebody, or maybe I need to be more inviting to my kids to talk to me. And one of the major areas that we have mental health is the church. Because I know I'm gonna say it, and I know some of you guys might be pissed at me, but I will say it. Is the church, because in Africa we spiritualize everything, and I'm gonna sip my tea on that. We spiritualize everything. You know, your child is quiet, is not talking, is the devil. Your child didn't do well in school because you're sending the child around and you're making the child do so much house chores, the child barely have time to study, but it's the devil. Your child is sleepwalking, is the devil. Your child is sad and moody and doesn't talk, and it is the devil. We spiritualize a lot of things, and the spiritual system also make it harder for some of these things to be accepted, because most of the preaching in the church is based on devil, and how the enemy is attacking you. You have enemies left, right, center, back, forward. I am not against that message, don't get me wrong. The Bible says that we do not fight against flesh and blood, but with other principalities and other forces in the world. I'm not saying that there are not forces out there that fight against us. I feel like we use these messages to cover a lot of work that we need to do as people, and then we just sort of just ignore that and make everything a pastor issue, and then take everything to church. Let's go talk to the pastor about it. Let's do this about it. And then things that messages that are preached in the church make kids very intimidated to talk to people about the issues that they have. Like a kid cannot go tell the pastor that, oh, this family member is making passes at me, or this uncle said this to me, or this boy did this to me at school, or this girl did this to me at school. It's mostly seen as, oh, you're a bad child, we need to cast that demon out of you. You see, so these kids are not really ready to talk about these things because this is how they are made to feel. And I think these things need to stop. We need to hold people accountable with the things they say, the things they do, and the way they act. We need to start holding people accountable, and parents need to watch the way they trust spiritual leaders to talk to their kids, because some of the spiritual leaders, they have a problem too, because some of these pastors, they feel like the law does not apply to them. They can do anything and everything and just go with it, because they are also part of some of these pastors are the ones that are also abusing the kids, but he can say it because he's holy. I feel like we need to address this more often, and we need to say things and not make kids or people in general feel like they are very, very stupid approaching certain things, or they are very stupid expressing their emotion. That's one thing. We are not allowed to express our emotion. We bottle everything in and just take it as it is. We are not allowed to say things the way we feel, say it out the way we feel. We always will have to sugarcoat it to please somebody. And I think these things need to be changed. And I am saying this to you. If everything I've said in this video you haven't heard anything, I am saying this to you. If you feel like you've gotten to a place that you're not happy, you feel depressed, things around you are just not making you feel like yourself, get help. Do get help. If I find any NGO or organization that deal with mental health around the world, I will leave that in the description. Get help. Talk to somebody that can understand you. It could be a friend that you really trust. Talk to them. Do not keep everything in. It gets to a point that you keep so much in that you just burst. And when you burst out, now you don't know what to do. Talk to somebody. It could be your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your pastor, depending on the relationship that you have with your pastor. There are good pastors out there. Because one of them have been bad doesn't mean all of them are bad. There are good and excellent pastors out there. Pastors that are concerned about your emotional, your physical, and your spiritual well-being. They are not just concerned about your spiritual life. They are concerned about all of it. Talk to these people. Talk to some mentors. Reach out to people and talk to them. They will listen. Trust me, there are people out there who will listen to you. It's just a little hard to find those people, but there are genuine people out there who will want to listen to you. Let me apply this. I think I need to be quiet when I do this. I am telling you this because I know how it feels like to be down. You don't have to talk physically like I'm talking like this. You can write it down. I am good at writing things. I can pour my emotions when I'm typing, but I might not be able to express my emotion when I'm talking to you. So if you feel like you can't talk or you can't see the thing, write it out to the person. And choose the right person, somebody who can handle it. You get what I mean? Get help. I'm just saying that to say get help. Talk to someone. It's very, very important. It is important to talk to people. You don't know who can help you out there, but as much as I'm saying it is important to talk to people, know who you are talking to. Do not talk to somebody who will go talk to somebody who will go talk to somebody. So just be careful who you talk to. And if you're African and you are hearing this, please, let's listen when people talk to us. Let's listen. If you find yourself in a group or at a place that somebody's going through something and then you notice, like, go nicely to the person and ask. And if the person is saying something and people are not in support of it, like, help. If you can help, help. If you find yourself in a situation that you can help, or in a place that you can help out, help. It doesn't take a lot to help. You can just ask the person, how are you? How are you can change a lot of things. Some people just need to hear that to feel like somebody actually cares for them. So don't just keep quiet. Just help. And also, I do feel like a lot of people are beginning to talk about it now, and I just pray that the awareness go and beyond and do something. And then people will start to take it serious, because we don't take a lot of things serious in Africa, and we just need to change that. And if your parents watching that, I'm not sure if any parents watching that, do listen to your kids. Like, allow them to come talk to you about their things. Like, be the number one support group for your kids, because if you don't allow them to talk to you, they'll go talk to somebody else and you don't know the advice that person is giving to them. That's the issue, because if you go talk to somebody, if you allow your kids to rely on other people, they are going to be taking what the person is giving them and work with it. You'd rather have them talk to you, so the advice that they are getting is from you, so you know the direction they are headed. So I just think we just need to be each other's lovers. And if you see someone bullying somebody, talk. Do not just keep quiet. Say something. Do not just keep quiet and feel like you are in agreement with what the person is doing. So yeah, I'm going to finish off with the setting spray. Ooh. This doesn't come out as a mist. It comes as a spray. Okay guys, let me know how I did on my makeup. I am going to end this video here. I already said this video is gonna be long, so I'm not gonna apologize for it being long. Like I said, if you have any topic, leave that in the description box and I'll be glad to talk about it. If I do get frequent topics, I also ask my friends if they have any topic, and I do get it. I might turn this into like a weekly thing, and I'm probably going to title it Tea Time with Freda, because I will be drinking tea. If I'm talking a lot, I probably don't concentrate on the tea. But yeah, if I get a lot of topics, I will talk about it, and I might make this into a weekly thing. If you like this, thumbs up. It tells you to be really like this video, and then it promotes it to other people. That will help this channel grow. So if you like it, thumbs up. And like I said, leave your topic in the comments and share your thoughts on mental health. If you're comfortable sharing your story, you can share it in your comments. It might help somebody. So share your thoughts. And also, if you have any organization that deals with mental health around the world or in a certain part of Africa, leave the country and leave the organization in the comment, their contact details and everything. So just in case somebody needs help, this video will be a reference to the person, and the person can get the help that they need. Let's support each other, and let's be nice to each other. This month is actually, I believe, National Mental Health Month. I believe that's what it is. So yeah, keep your mental health healthy. Keep your mental space cleared. If there's somebody in that space that is not making you happy, kick that person out. Okay, I can say this enough. it is very important for you to have mental clarity. It is important for you to take toxicity out of your life. It is the only way you're going to function. Do not think about what people will say, what somebody will say, what that person will say. Do not do it. Trust me. I've been there. I've done that. It's not helpful. Maybe one day I'll bring myself. Maybe one day I will go there. But yeah, for today, we're just gonna end this video here, and be nice in the comments, and I'll catch you in my next video. So until then, stay blessed and beautiful.